Hello my gorgeous gypsies and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that you will stick around and join us in today's discussion. Today we are talking about Eugenia Cooney potentially being banned from YouTube and the reason behind it. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Eugenia Cooney, I do have another video on her. I will tag it up above. It'll also be in the description down below. But just for a very quick context, Eugenia Cooney is a content creator here. She's been here for many, many years. She has over 2 million subscribers and she does all kinds of different content, but mostly beauty related content. One thing about Eugenia that really sticks out to everyone is her eating disorder. She definitely struggles with her ED. It is very apparent. A little bit over a year ago, she had no choice but to come out about it. When a group of her friends actually got her 5150'd, she ended up having to go to a rehab because of the situation and get some help. One of those friends recently came out with a video just a couple of days ago talking about Eugenia, her relapse, and what she believes needs to happen from this point forward in order to actually help and support Eugenia. We're gonna roll that clip and then we'll talk about it.
It has taken me quite a long time to get to this point where I'm sitting down and choosing to speak out about it, because throughout the whole thing I have had this voice in my head that says, what if? I know Pastel Bell was reaching out to YouTube support and hoping that they would give a response. Unfortunately, they responded saying they don't see that it is a violation of their terms of service. So that's frustrating, and I guess my hope that is if there are enough signatures on this petition, something can be done by someone, because clearly there's no one in her personal life that will do anything. There is nobody that has access to her in any way to be able to do anything that knows her from afar. And the comments and concerns from people who say things online, as much as I feel you, and I think it's so amazing that there's such a large community of support around her, I have to be honest and say that I don't think your comments saying that you're concerned for her are doing anything other than actually fueling the fire. I feel at a total loss as to what to do to help. I've seen other YouTubers in their videos also express the same feeling of helplessness on the topic. And what it comes down to is that the only thing that can be done is if these social platforms take action on their own. I know that it's a long shot because there have been so many attempts at this in the past that have failed, but I cannot help but feel like there is a strong need for something to be done. There are so many people that are being hurt by this, including her, that I can't just sit back and brush it off when I know that I could at least use my platform to say something about it. I really do think that if there are more people that are willing to sign it and put their name on something like this that they believe in, it does have a higher chance of catching the eye of these social platforms, which could give her an actual chance of getting help. And since Pastel Bell did reach out to YouTube support and they wrote back saying they don't see how it's a violation of the terms of service, maybe enough people saying that they disagree will have an influence on that opinion. Whenever I think about Twitch, it confuses me even more because I actually got temporarily banned on Twitch one time for holding a glass of wine in my hand. And the reason for the temporary ban that they gave me was that I was showing examples of self-harm. Self-harm was the reason that I was banned on Twitch, because I had a glass of wine in my hand. So I don't see how they wouldn't make the connection here. I know this is a very stressful topic to discuss. I feel a lot of anxiety in bringing it up. I have stayed silent on it for a long time, largely because of that, but also because I didn't know that I would be able to help, and because I had seen over and over again her mention in videos that she had a physician of some kind. It seems like she kept mentioning over and over again, I have a doctor, I have a doctor, I have a doctor. So in my head, I took that as, you know, as some kind of a small sign that maybe she was at least seeing somebody. But I saw a video recently that made it very clear that she was not anymore, and made me feel even stronger that I should be making this video right now.
Jaclyn believes that signing a petition could be the best thing for Eugenia at this point and get her banned from YouTube. As you guys heard, she said this isn't a malicious thing. She just thinks that at this point, YouTube is more toxic for Eugenia than it is good. And I do agree with that. I do feel that YouTube has become an escape for Eugenia, a crutch for her to where she can go and feel like what she's doing is okay, the situation in general is okay, that she's not that bad. She does the body checking a lot over here. She gets approval from the comment section. Eugenia's always been the type of person to really express herself with fashion, but she really likes to choose things that show a little bit of skin, and that's very upsetting to a lot of people as well. So there's all of these reasons, although I do feel that Jaclyn brought up a lot of wonderful points with this petition and why it could be such a good thing. I also want to look at this from the other point of view as well. Eugenia doesn't really have any friends. She doesn't really go out of her home. Even before the pandemic, she didn't really leave her house a lot. And her closest friends are her family members and the people she talks to on the internet. So if you get that and you take it away from her, what is she going to have left? If you take away the one thing she has, will she spiral more? Will she go even further down? That is the question. It's such a touchy situation and you don't really know what to do about it. My husband brought up a great argument when he said that the best thing at this point is that people stop communicating with her, stop reacting to her videos, stop commenting, stop watching. And if people would slowly stop doing those things, stop engaging into this behavior, honestly, that could be the biggest wake-up call for her. And I think I agree with that, because I look at it as metaphorically, think of Eugenia on this rope. She's on a very thin and tight rope, right? And if you pull in the wrong direction, she is going to fall and spiral downwards. But if we can find a way to pull just the right way on both directions, maybe it could help her in some way. I'm not saying I don't agree that something needs to be done. I just don't know if getting her off of YouTube would really help the situation whatsoever. Another reason why I feel this petition really would do no good whatsoever is because about 4 years ago, something like this happened and people came together to sign this petition. So this isn't the first time that it has been thought of, or that someone thought, hey, maybe this would be a good idea, and it did not work. Eugenia actually did make a video on the situation. I'm going to play a clip of that for you guys just because I want you guys to see Eugenia's response to all of this. You could tell she's not really concerned about it. She didn't think that anything was going to come of it, and nothing did come of it. But there was some other things she said in there as well that I want you guys to hear.
From there, then somebody decided to make a change.org petition saying I should get banned off of YouTube for being too skinny. Because I don't know, guys, I just kind of feel like if we're to start banning people off of YouTube for just how they look, then I just feel like it's kind of like discriminating against people, and it's just people assuming things that may or may not be true about a person. And for someone to be like banned over that, I just feel like that would be really messed up. I don't think YouTube would actually ban me, because I've never heard of YouTube like banning anyone over a petition or over how they look or anything like that. So I really do not think I would be banned. But I just kind of even think the fact that like it's being made and there's some people talking about it, because I know it got almost up to like 20,000 signatures, and I think it's taken down now. But just like that fact that it got made and there's like all these people that think I should be banned and stuff. Because I just kind of feel like if you were to ban someone off of YouTube just for being skinny, then next thing you could start banning is people for being overweight, or people for living some kind of, in people's opinions, unhealthy lifestyle. I'm not really saying this just because of me. It really isn't even about me. It's just that I don't feel like anyone should ever be banned off of YouTube just because of how they look. And I feel like if we were to start banning one person for that, then I just feel like a lot of that could get very, very out of hand and end up being a really bad thing for YouTube. And then from there, then what if people on YouTube are doing like a dangerous challenge? Like the thing is, somebody could see that video and try to do the same thing, but I'm sure the person who made the video didn't like want that to happen, obviously, if anyone were to get hurt. And it wasn't made with like bad intentions. And I mean, obviously if some people did something like really bad on YouTube, like if I were to have done something really bad, like I've tried to like kill somebody, or I've tried to like go up to someone and just punch them or harass them really bad or something like that, then I could totally see why YouTube might want to step in and like get me off or like something like that. And also people would be saying that was a really terrible thing that I was doing.
I hate to say this, you guys, but there's parts of that. As a creator, I can understand what she is saying there. Do I agree with what she's doing? No, I don't agree with it. Even if she's not meaning to do what she's doing, I don't agree with it. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or if it's something she is just in denial about and she doesn't realize what she's doing, but I don't agree with it. But with that being said, there's going to be so many channels out there in other instances, stuff that doesn't even have to do with ED, that's going to end up having to get banned too, because if you're going to do this to this channel, well, then you have to keep that same energy for the next channel. So I can see her point there. YouTube can't do that. There's too many creators here, and there's a lot of mental health advocacies. There's a lot of people that do advocate for ED. So many different things. Addiction. Eugenia was to get banned, then that same energy will have to be kept for other channels. I don't think YouTube's gonna go for that. I think it shows concern, but I don't think it'll do any good. I don't think YouTube will do it. I really don't think so. Do you believe that signing a petition will make a difference, or do you think that just not engaging in this behavior or supporting this behavior is the way to go? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I love hearing what you guys have to say. Also, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel and tapping the bell for post notifications. That way you are notified every single time I upload. I appreciate you guys to the moon and stars. And until the next time, guys,